art attack? This is an art attack. This is Art Attack! Hello there, good to see you again. Hey, here's a first for you. I'm really lucky to have with me today what could be seen by many as one of the world's most valuable pieces of priceless art. And here they are, the fabulous figurines di aluminium. These timeless sculptures appear elegantly crafted from the world's most precious metals. So precious that they come complete with their own full-time security guard. Now, we know how precious these are, but could you put a rough price on them, say to the nearest mill?
37.
37 million pounds.
No, 37p.
And who actually made the figurines di aluminium?
You did, mate.
Come and have a look at this. Figurines di aluminium. That is Italian for aluminium figures. And here is your precious metal, aluminium kitchen foil. I'll just put that to one side for a minute. Now, to make a tall aluminium sculpture, first you need to scrunch up some small bits of newspaper to make long, skinny body parts. And for a skinny body, I'm just going to scrunch up a long ball like this in my palm, and then take some tape and wrap it round like that to keep it together. Now, you use loads of tape for this. I'm just doing it quickly to show you. Then make two skinny newspaper arms and just scrunch up some twists of newspaper like that. And then make two long, skinny legs in the same way. Just twists of newspaper and lots of tape. I've put tape on these ones already. You can use loads of tape. I'm just doing it quickly to show you again. There you go. And then just bend the ends there to make some feet. And he's starting to take shape. And then also make a long, thin ball shape for the head. And again, another piece of tape around there. The more tape you use, the better for this. And then you need to tape all the bits to the body. And the idea is to just attach each bit one at a time, again, using loads of tape. You'll go through a lot of tape on this one, I can tell you. There we go. Just wrap it around the body parts. Make sure everything is secure, smooth, and strong. And when you've put all your parts together using lots of tape, you'll have something that looks like this. Look at that, and that's nice and rigid now. It's quite bendy and twangy. Look at that, fantastic. Now, so that your sculpture will stand up, you need to make a base. Now, to do this, just cut out a squarish shape from cardboard box card and just tape a scrunched up pad of newspaper onto it like that. See, again, plenty of tape. Then position your figure, or your figurine, on top of the pad like that, so that it's in a walking pose, one foot in front of the other, and then again tape each foot on there like that. And again, another quick one to show you like that. Yes. You'll need a lot more tape than that. Now, to turn your figure into precious metal, you need to wrap it in a layer of aluminium foil. Now, the best way to do this is to put a few bits of double-sided tape on it, or you could make some tape loops with sticky tape. Just fold the tape back on itself like that with the sticky side out, and the idea is to place it on different areas of the body. One on the chest, like that, and maybe another one across the back of the shoulders, like that, and maybe one on each arm, one there, like that. Can be a bit fiddly, take some time doing it. One on the other arm and one on each of the legs. Now, then you take small pieces of aluminium foil and use them to wrap the parts of the figure. So I'm going to start with the head there and just press it into shape. This is great fun to do. It feels really good, just squeezing the aluminium foil around the shape of your figurine. And this squeezing action is why you need lots of tape on there, otherwise you put it out of shape. I'll do another one down the back there to show you. Just place it on there. And again, just give it a squeeze. And again, you take some time doing this. I'm doing it quickly. And eventually, you get the shape of the body appearing. Like that. And when you've done the whole thing, you'll have something that looks like that. Look at that. Isn't that fantastic? A fantastic foil figurine. And you know, they're so easy to do. You could try lots of different figurines. You could even do them in different sizes. Look at that. Or you could even try them without a base. This one's just got crossed legs. I just bent the newspaper into shape. And you can do lots of different poses. Again, bend your newspaper and put lots of tape on it. Try it yourself. Aluminium figures. Or should I say, figurine di alluminio.
Oh, mamma mia! Fantastico figurines! I love La Bella Italia. The food, the architecture, the cultura. Oh, hello. Yes, it's me again, the head. I had a go at making one of those aluminium figures. Do you want to see it? It's a figurine de cling film. And don't worry if you didn't catch all of that, because you can check out the website for fact sheets on this art attack and all the others in the show. Magnifico! Whoa!
Careful, careful.
You're not happy.
Any chance of
You're all right.
Yeah, boy, no problem. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, you got it.
Be careful. Time for a big heart attack. Right. when you're drawing people's faces, how do you do their teeth? Well, the simplest way is to split the smile down the middle like that, and there you have a nice big set of healthy teeth. Or you could split the smile down the middle and put in the individual teeth, two big ones at the front and slightly smaller at the side and on the bottom row. And again, you've got a nice big grin. But you can create a completely different personality very easily by just changing the teeth. Two pointed teeth, watch this, and immediately she's a vampire. Or give him a few sparkles on his teeth, one there and maybe one there, and there he is, Mr. Perfect with a cheesy grin. So okay, here's a bit of fun. I'll show you how changing teeth can create different personalities. So here's Flick Flash, big Hollywood film producer and the star of his latest movie, the glamorous Hollywood heroine Charlene Gritz. Now, both have perfect teeth, so a line down there like that, and of course Flick has the cheesy grin. There's sparkles on there like that. Now, Flick is auditioning for someone to star in his movie alongside Charlene. The first two characters in, well, one is a dorky-looking guy and one's a tough guy. Now, watch this. Draw a simple smile on both of them, like that. And if you do two teeth below the line, this character looks goofy. But watch this. If you do the two teeth above the line, then this fella looks like a bully or thug. So next, in come a young girl and her baby brother. Now, children tend to have smaller teeth with gaps in them like this, where one or two have fallen out. And for the baby, well, just one tooth down the middle like that will do. Too young and pretty, says Flick. I want someone really ugly to make my star look glamorous. So next, in come a vicious monster and a pirate. Now, with a pirate, just do a normal set of teeth like this. And as with any baddie, really, you just knock a few out and create a few holes or gaps like that. And to make someone look really vicious, well, give them pointed teeth. Works really well with sharks, doesn't it? Nah, not ugly enough, says Flick. Get me someone really ugly. Then in walks an old lady. Now, she's got no teeth at all, so just create a hole for her mouth and curved lines like this, where her lips are pushed in, because she's got no teeth behind them. Yeah, she's perfect, says Flick Flash. This ugly old hag will make Charlene look even more glamorous. Ew, how dare you, says Charlene. That's my granny. And she socks him in the mouth, knocking his teeth out everywhere. Look at this, bits of teeth flying out. Like that. And so Charlene and Granny storm off, and Flick ends up with no star, no movie, and hardly any teeth at all. Ah, well, that's showbiz. Try it yourself. Create different characters and different personalities with different sets of teeth.
Oh, what a great art attack. One to really get your teeth into. And it's so simple and easy to do. I had to go at drawing my own teeth earlier. But I left them over there and I forgot to put them back in. Oh!
Ah, yes. This is the part of Art Attack I really like, where I do absolutely nothing and you do all the hard work. And it's brilliant as well. Take a look at some of these. Richard's fantastic collage of Henry VIII has been made with all sorts of odds and ends, including silver foil, old magazines and fake fur. Nice one. And Kerry's used some good techniques on her art attack of a tree. The spongeling clouds have worked particularly well. How about this? Perry's abstract acrylic montage. It works well in these subtle shades of yellow. I like abstract Perry. And Lauren has used charcoal and sugar paper for this still life drawing of a spider plant. I like your technique, Lauren. And Josie's water edge scene has a real feeling of tranquility, and the contrasting frame works really well. So how did you do it, Josie?
I sketched my picture out first and coloured it in with pencil crayons. When I was happy with the result, I finished it off with a rectangular frame.
Yep, good tip that. making a frame to complement your work. You know, there are lots of different ways of making your own frames. I've come up with a great style of frame that will complement any type of picture. Place the picture that you want to frame in the middle of a big piece of cardboard box card and just draw around it with pencil. Then draw a second line about 1 centimetre in from this one. Now you can use a ruler for this to make it nice and neat. The reason I'm doing this is just to make the frame slightly narrower all the way round than your picture. Otherwise your picture will just fall out your frame. There it goes. When you've done that, draw a fancy frame shape around the outside. Now try and keep all the sides the same fancy shape and be as neat as you can. You don't have to be perfect because it all adds to the antique-y effect. Just try and keep the shape the same. See that? Around it goes. Yeah, good. And when you've done the frame shape, you need to draw on some extra fancy detail. Now you can do any design you like. I'm doing like a curly pattern in the corners. So we go down there, around there. Again, it doesn't need to be perfect. Around there, and around there, like that, a sort of loopy effect. And then do the same thing in all of the corners. And when you finish the curly detail, cut out the middle and all the way around the outside of your frame, and you have a frame shape. And you can always neaten it up at that stage. Then take some PVA glue, the type in a bottle with a nozzle on it, and just carefully squeeze the glue all over to cover the lines. Watch this. There, around there. Keep it going. See that? That's a good idea to practice this on a piece of scrap paper first, and you can always go back over it. But you don't have to be perfect. And when you finish in an area, just lift the bottle up so that it doesn't drip. Then, when you've glued over all of your lines of detail, let the whole thing dry overnight, and you'll have something that looks like this. Look at that. The PVA glue has dried solid to give a raised carved effect like on those old gilt frames. And to complete the solid gilt effect, paint the whole thing using gold acrylic paint. Now it's best to use acrylic paint if you can because it covers neat PVA well. You could use gold poster paint, but you need to mix it with a bit of washing up liquid if you've got no acrylic. Next, to give this solid gilt frame an antique effect, dip some scrunched up tissue paper into some black acrylic paint and just dab off the excess and use it to just gently dab over your frame and pick out the detail. See that? I'm just gently stroking it over the detail there. And you go around the whole of your frame, and when you've done that, you'll have something that looks like this. Look at that. And I've even taped my picture to the back, and there you have a fantastic gilt frame.